and it there's all these technical ways, but it basically stops you having a period, and you don't fall pregnant. Obviously they say it's 99% foolproof because nothing is 100%, but like I've had no problems at all. Like I haven't had a period in 5 years. I get the occasional little cramps and the mood swings and the sugar cravings. I still get that, but I don't bleed at all, and it's been magic. So that goes up, yeah, and you're in there for 5 years, and then they say that you can get it taken out, or you can get it replaced with like a fresh one. Now, me and my partner aren't ready for kids just yet. Maybe in the next couple of years, but not just yet. We just bought a house. We're buying a house. It's just not the right time. So we decided together that I'll get a new one put in. Well, I suggested it rather than going on the pill for like a year and a half or whatever, 2 years. I'll just get a new one put in, and he agreed with me. Mainly because it's been 5 years since I've had a period, and I don't want to get that again. It's not fun. Because mine, I remember before I had the Mirena, my periods were very heavy and very painful. The cramps were just not fun at all. I tried the pill, and that did work for me. It helped regulate my periods. It helped the cramps not be too bad. But then I kept forgetting to take the pill. I tried the implant on, and my body did not like that. Like, instead of, because that's supposed to stop your periods too, or lessen them. So like you may get the occasional spotting, but it's supposed to be really good. And I bled heavy for 4 months straight, every day, all day. Like I was going through like 2 packets of bloody pads and shit a day. Like it was expensive. And I walked into the hospital several times crying, saying take it out, I can't do this, I can't, Anyway, moving forward, had the Mirena put in, no problems. My 5-year due date comes up, and I'm like, alright, book an appointment with the gyno, get this shit done. It took me 2 months to get an appointment because I wasn't aware that I was going public and not private, because I just went to the doctor to get a referral, and he just sent the referral off to this guy, and then I had to travel an hour to the town because I'm out in the country, I'm out in small towns, and you've got to travel to the bigger town with the bigger hospital where the specialist goes. Not a problem, they've got Coles and Target, you can go shopping. So that was an issue, but I did have to wait quite a while. Anyway, my appointment day comes around, which was yesterday, and I was nervous as hell because I had to get a pap smear done at the same time, and because I was overdue for that by like 2 years, because I've just been putting it off. And honestly, just ever since I moved down, like I moved away from my hometown down here, where moved in with my man, and at my older place, like at my old town, they would phone you and be like, you're due. So obviously I haven't had that, so I just don't think about it, and it's something you try to avoid subconsciously anyway. So I had an appointment to get my Mirena taken out, a new one put in, and get a pap smear done. Not in that order, they did the pap smear first, took it out, put a new one in. Now I knew it was going to hurt, because that little thing, even though it's like this big, probably not even this big, had been up in my cervix for 5 years, and it was well comfortable in there. It had built a little home in there. It was very comfy, and I knew that bitch wasn't going to move out easily. I was optimistic and thought it'll be sweet, just yank that bitch out, see you later, and new one moves in. Boy, was I surprised. I had my legs up in stirrups, which I for some reason didn't see come in, but I should have, because normally when you get a pap smear they're like, oh, put your heels together, knees apart, you know. Thought it was going to be the same deal. Yep, my legs are up in stirrups. That was fun. And then yep, ducky goes in. Did the pap smear. That's always fun, isn't it, ladies? But then came the Mirena part, and kudos to the gyno, he was very quick. It did take less time than I thought, but fuck me, oh my god, it hurt. Like the initial, I think is when he grabbed it and started to tug. That initial bit was shocking enough. That fucking hurt. It felt like something was really stabbing me from the inside. But the pull, as soon as he started to yank it out, like my whole body went into pins and needles. I instantly felt faint. I went dizzy, my vision went blurry. I didn't know whether I wanted to vomit or go to the bathroom. Everything was just like, oh, and I didn't scream like, ah, you know, like that, but I do remember yelling. I remember going like, oh, fuck, shit, like, fuck, that hurts, oh, that hurts, like, oh god. I had two nurses with me, one on either side. They were really nice, really supportive. They were like, just breathe, like I felt like I was having a baby, whatever that feels like, but I'm pretty sure this was damn close. And then when they're like, oh, it's out, I was like, oh sweet Jesus, but the pain in your gynae, oh. Yeah, I'm scared to have kids now. Like, I was already scared before then, but if it's anything like that, and I doubt it's over in bloody couple of minutes like that was. Like, I'm glad that didn't take any longer than what it needed to be. And then obviously the new one had to go in, and that was just as fun. Like, my cervix was trying to hold on to something that was getting pulled out, and now it was trying to, like, I don't know what the fuck it was doing, but it was fucking me around, and something was trying to get pushed back up in there, and it didn't like that. Oh, and because your legs are in the air and apart and your bum's quite low, you've got no, like, you've got no way to kind of pull away. Like, you can't try and you can't get away. You're stuck there. And all you can do is just kind of close your eyes, grit your teeth, and go fuck, up, shit, out, fuck. And yeah, going in putting the other one back in did hurt, but it was a lot quicker. It was almost like a whoop whoop, you know. But shit, oh my god. Anyway, so I'm laying on the bed. The guy knows, like, okay, I'm done, thanks, bye, and off he goes. And I got the two nurses. And then the other one nurse, she left because I think someone was having a baby down the hall, like, God bless her. And I had another nurse with me, and I think she was new because she was kind of getting instructed by the other nurse, but she was so nice. They're so lovely. And I just couldn't get off the bed. I was like, not just in pain, but I was so dizzy. I was so faint. Like, my body just was like not registering what happened. It didn't want to acknowledge that, like, you're okay. Like, yes, you're in pain, but you're fine. Like, I was just dizzy and nauseous. And so she got me off the bed and put me on the seat. I managed to get my knickers on again. was just sitting there while she's kind of cleaning up and running around, and I was like, I'm gonna faint, and the cramps, like, I haven't had a period in 5 years. I forgot what it felt like. I knew they hurt, but I was like, I just had to put myself on the floor. I was like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna faint, and I just need to lay down. I need to stretch out because I can't sit up crunched up because of my fucking vagina. Anyway, so the nurse was out of the room for like a split second, and I just laid down on the floor and put my legs up on the seat that I was sitting on to try and help myself from not fainting. And she comes back in and she's like, oh my god, and like braces over, and I just put a hand up. I'm like, I'm okay, like I did this on purpose. Like I felt like I was gonna faint, so I thought I would lay down and it would help. And she's like, oh, that's okay. And she's like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. I just felt really dizzy and faint, and I don't know if I was gonna vomit or if I need the bathroom. Like, you just can't tell when there's that much pressure and cramps and pain and your stomach's going and you're Anyway, one weird thing happened though, and I never had this happen before, so it tripped me out and it actually scared me a little bit, where the nurse had to be like, it's okay. When I eventually did sit up, I couldn't move my right hand. Like, the pins and needles that was through my body was the worst I've ever had, and my hand was like this, and I couldn't close. I noticed at first because I couldn't close my thumb, like I couldn't make a fist. I could move my fingers like this, but I could not do this. It really scared me. I've never had that happen before, and I was like, I can't close my hand. I was like, I've got really bad pins and needles. I'm rubbing my hand, I'm shaking my hand, but I can't close my hand, and all I wanted to do was just like, ugh. So it was, yeah. But the nurse was so lovely. She talked, like, it's okay. She helped me get up and she helped me walk around. I was like, I think I just need to get my blood moving again. I need to walk around, even though I felt like I can't say pushed out a baby because I've never done that before, but yeah, like, I'm terrified. Like, I was already terrified of being pregnant and childbirth, and now I'm like, yeah, it might be longer than 2 years. Sorry, baby. But so I'm walking around, and then I just get that feeling again, like I don't know whether I wanted to vomit or go to the toilet or something. I felt faint again, and I'm like, I need to just sit on the toilet just in case. Like, anyway, it did help. Sat on the toilet for a little bit. Nurse came back, asked if I was okay. She, cleaned myself up, hopped up, and then she had my things ready, and she just walked me back out to the front room, to the foyer, and I was starting to get quite dizzy again. I tried not to move very fast. The nurse held my hand the whole way. I felt so safe, but yet scared at the same time, and fucking sore. Like, I can't emphasize enough the cramp and the Anyway, so while I'm sitting there waiting for her to hand over the paperwork and stuff to the reception lady, I messaged my man to come out. He was in the car waiting because we thought it was going to be whoop whoop in and out, like no problem at all. Like, I was so naive about it, and I messaged him going, come get me, feeling faint, water please. Like, it was like 2 words because I couldn't really type because my hands was fucking. Anyway, and then I can see him walking over, and I thank the ladies and the nurse, and I walk out there to meet him, and I just instantly start crying because I'm in shock and I'm traumatized, and I was like in so much pain, and like at first he thought, oh come on, but then he held my hand and walked me to the car, and I wish he was in the room with me when that happened, because God, like, he has no idea. I tried to explain to him, and he was like, oh, that sounds bad, kind of thing, like trying to be supportive, but yet, as a woman, you're going, You have no idea. Like, oh. Anyway, I laid stretched out in the car all the way home, had a wet cloth on my head, which the lovely nurse gave me. Got home, had some pills for my cramps, and went to bed. It's been the next day. I've woken up feeling fine, a little bit crampy, but like nothing, it's manageable, it's fine. And I feel back to normal. Like, when we are ready to have kids, I'm going to have to go through that again to get that little bitch ripped out, like evicted from my uterus. And it's not going to be fun, but at least now I know, like, it's going to suck, but it's also going to be over quick, and it's going to get done really quick, and there's support there, and it's scary, but once it's done, and it's, you know. And I know that I've got a man that's like super supportive and super nice, and I'll be glad to go through that again so I can have his babies one day. So yeah, that's my experience with my Mirena and getting it removed and put back in, which is horrifying and traumatic. But you know what, they say that about childbirth, and they're like, once it's done and you're happy. And you know what, yeah, it sucked, but of course it's gonna suck. You can't say that a procedure like that isn't gonna suck. But I'm just glad I feel great now. Yeah, just a little crampy. I'm not bleeding. I thought I might, but you know, I suppose because it's like whoop whoop, you know, whoop, in and out, like you didn't have time to I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't really told anything, but hey, it's done. And I feel safe again. When it expired and it was those couple of months to get that appointment, I was so scared that I was not scared, but worried that I could fall pregnant, like, even though they could last another 12 years still in there after the expiry date. But anyway, I feel safe, and I'm happy that I had that wonderful support from the lovely nurses, and the gyno was nice and quick with it. Yes, it hurt, but hey, you got to do it. It's done. It sucks, but it's done, and back to normal. I don't know when I'll be able to be comfortable enough to have sex. Sorry, man. My man's just gonna have to wait. But oh well. I love him.